Need to reach out to W.
Well, here we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday morning. We are a little bit later than we'd like to be, but that's okay. We can run through some of this stuff fairly quickly. I am Tim. I am joined by my podcast partner, Low, from Fourth and Low on TikTok. You can follow him. We are the QB Huddle podcast produced by New Era Media. Low, good morning. How the heck are you, my friend?
Good morning, Tim, and I'm great. I'm great. We've been up for a little while, right? Had some off screen action going
We
on.
did. We did. We had
Yeah,
some technical difficulties, not nothing that's not out of the ordinary, but here we are a little bit late. So let's get started, shall we? Because games are going to kick off in just about 35 minutes.
let's
First
do it.
up, we have to let you talk about your New England Patriots. Let me just preface this by saying once again, Thursday night games are just not fun. If this game was played on a Sunday, it's probably a 45-17 type of game. Drake May throws for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and goes nuts. But this is a divisional matchup, short week. Again, teams know each other very well, so it was kind of a oh-hum game. But I will let you, the Patriots fan, talk about it because you are firmly set up in the number one spot right now in the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, talk about it again, but jo- Josh Allen, Bills played
Why are we talking
Thursday.
about the Bills?
They lost. They're the ones that played this past Thursday. We had last Thursday night game.
Oh my gosh, you are correct.
But this is
My bad.
what's being talked
My
about.
bad.
But let me tell you about it. What's being talked about is the Patriots games because the Bills just lost to long
Right.
neck
Right.
Davis Mills.
We have the wrong notes here. You're right. It was not the Jets and the Patriots. That was last week that they played that game. Oh, that's a total
Josh Allen.
fumble.
No,
And I've got
I
a
know
Jay
why you're
Cutler
doing
jersey
it.
on.
No,
I
it's
fumbled the
a sad.
ball.
You're just
We
sad.
can talk about
Josh
Josh
Allen
Allen.
lost. That's what happened. You're trying to
Let's talk about
deter
Josh
from the
Allen for a
fact.
minute. You're a
Yeah,
quarterback.
talk about it, please.
You're a
Talk about it.
quarterback. All right. You've played the position. I played the position. I'm telling you now, if I ever played in a game where I was under fire as much as Josh Allen was the other night, it would not have been a good outcome. Uh, Tell me, how do you? You're an athletic guy. I was not. All right, he's an athletic guy. As an athletic guy, when you're under that much fire for an entire game, does that not affect your performance in some way?
Yeah, all right, it's a trap. That's a trick question. So yes, obviously it's going to, but you have the ability to change it. You know, if you're as mobile as he is, I'm not as big as he is. So there's different ways you have to handle different situations, right? One of which, yes, okay, O line played terrible. It's the NFL. There's going to be another lineman. There's going to be another lineman, a next up lineman, next up lineman. Yes, you want the good ones, but either way, you're the quarterback. You got to make changes. He got banged up early. He got hit. We saw it. Actually, we were talking about other things, and it happened at the same time. Banged up
He's
his wrist,
back.
his arm, shoulder. We don't know what it was. He came back like everything was fine. Either way, he got banged up early. On a play he was stepping up on, they kind of grabbed him, took him to the ground. After that, he didn't really want to move around anymore like that. Forced him to be a pocket passer. He showed some rust, maybe, because I've seen him throw from the pocket. We've seen him do it, but it didn't look good. He seemed antsy. The picks ensued, and he got sacked 8 times, and he only ran the ball
Much. Yeah. Also not enough.
rushes. So yeah, he clearly limited his game and tried to do something different. And that offense doesn't have the weapons or receivers to do that. James Cook ran the ball 17 times, over 100. That's great, and a touchdown. You're going to need a lot more of that. So I don't know if they have another running back, but they're going to have to figure it out if Josh Allen's banged up and not going to run around. He has to be able to move.
I mean, when you put that much on one guy, he's gonna get banged up, and I don't care how big and strong he is. You know what I mean? I mean, he needs some
And
help. He
you
needs some
just
help.
can't go from 6 touchdowns last week
Yeah,
to
I
zero. Six
know
total touchdowns to zero. Six total
that's on
touchdowns
him,
to zero.
and we're saying that's all on Josh Allen. I mean, when did the Bills get
Zero
this
to
done?
zero touchdowns is all on him. The Texans defense is good, so that's why I'm kind of saying like, okay, but this was a challenge for him, and I don't feel like he only because that's who it's gonna have to be on. Let's be real. We're not going to make
By the
excuses
way,
for the Bills. This is the roster they built.
let me just pull the pin on the grenade real quick and throw it out there for fun. But I think the Texans. My eyes tell me the Texans look better with C.J. Stroud on the sideline because they're
Ouch.
playing better. Ouch. Yes, maybe.
Yeah, Davis Mills is good. He was good when he had his stints before. So I don't think they're starting him over CJ, but CJ had some stuff going on. Maybe he needed to sit down a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Come back, get your stuff
He
together.
yeah.
Okay, let's go through some of these quickly. There's some big matchups today that we want to draw eyes to. I really want to give us enough time to go through this playoff scenario because there's some games today that are involved in what's happening with the playoffs. Let's talk about some of these matchups. This is a big one. It was bigger a couple days ago until Aaron Rodgers was ruled out, but the Pittsburgh Steelers do travel to Chicago today. The Bears are on a win streak, but this would be the first team that they've beaten. If they can win today, that would be considered a playoff team going into the postseason this year. The Steelers on the road with Mason Rudolph. The Bears at 7-3. This is a win that could be a staple for them, right? That could help propel them. And without Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how the Steelers with Mason Rudolph stand up to this very stingy defense that leads the league in turnovers.
I don't know, man. I could be hopeful. I don't know what take you want me to take on this one.
I
I
don't. I
think
want you to take your own take. What do you
no, I
mean?
kind of want to because the story is simple, right? The Bears go in, they win, backup QB, big win for Caleb. They move on. It's the Steelers, but then you're like, oh well, there's no Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know. Something wants to tell me Mason Rudolph's a pro. He's been there for a while. He is a backup, but he started games. He knows what it's like in Steelers. Um, I don't know. Maybe he feeds DK. Maybe he uses the weapons a little bit differently, provides a little spark. But Chicago's they're what 7-3. Yeah, I don't know. Your 6-4 is on the decline in Pittsburgh, and Chicago's they're rolling and they're not winning ugly. I like to think that they're winning kind of like the Patriots. They're checking certain boxes off of their list on different ways to win. Caleb was upset last week at that win. He was still upset. That's showing you some growth. I think Chicago, man, it's a good matchup, but Caleb's going to handle business. We won't be talking about Mason Rudolph probably. There's no way. There's no way.
All right. Yeah, I got the Bears today, uh, handling business and throwing down the hammer on the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, you see, I got the old style Jay Cutler jersey on because the Bears come on in just a little bit. And my wife is here today as a Bears fan, so we get to watch the game together. I'm very excited to watch this beatdown that's about to happen in Chicago. You're 9-2. Patriots are traveling to Cincinnati, and yesterday it was determined that Joe Burrow would not be active in this game, even though he's been practicing all week. There was talk that he might play. Uh, but is this a trap game for your number one seeded New England Patriots sitting at 9-2? This could be one of those games that Joe Flacco just puts on a show today. Oh, I'm here for it. What do you think?
It would have to be all on Joe. Their defense is not good. We should be able to control the ball. I wanted to see Joe Burrow, but it's smart, man. I like Joe. Just sit this one out. Our defense is going to get after you. Our defense is they're rolling right now. No, I think we win this one comfortably. I don't think it's a trap
Okay.
game. They're not a trap team right now, right? They're not really. They were hot when they came on, but they lost a couple of them, and they need a lot of volume. We have decent corners. There's going to be a pass rush. I don't know, man. I hope not. I hope I'm not sitting here. You're putting that thought into my head, and it's the
I know.
only small little thought, but no,
I
no, we're
think
gonna
Joe
handle business
Flacco.
again.
I think Joe Flacco comes out and puts on a show, and I think the Patriots still get the win because that defense is so bad that your MVP Drake May should have a day today. He should
He
have a day
should.
today
He should.
if he's who you say he is. I expect him to have a day. We talked about this one off camera. J.J. McCarthy has his entire offensive line, the starting five for the first time all season. He's got his starting running back. I think he's still down a tight end. Not positive about that. But 4-6 Vikings travel to the frozen tundra. And it is cold up in the Midwest today. The 6-3-1 Packers that did not look good a week ago take on a Viking team that you said to me that JJ has no excuses today because his O line is back.
Am I wrong?
That's what you said.
Am
I
I
think he has,
wrong?
no, I think he has excuses all year because he's a rookie.
Oh my gosh, no. JJ McCarthy has to play well today. Um, it, I mean, what are we at? You're 4-6. You're supposed to be the guy.
And you know
Sam
what?
Darnold is who you were replacing.
It's not that bad. It's 43 degrees in Green Bay, so
That's football
not
weather.
bad.
They're okay. That's
AJ
football
can
weather.
handle that. He's from the great state of Michigan. He's not from Michigan. He's from Chicago, but he played at Michigan. We know this because he won a national championship there. I don't know if you forgot. I don't. You might have. Go.
There's another guy, Micah Parsons, that is probably ready to get active too and get him a piece of the McCarthy
Mm,
sacks that are being
mm.
given out, interceptions. He better turn the tide, man, or else
Okay.
yeah, that's a dub.
I agree. He's got to improve this week, and big game in Green Bay. I expect Clutch McCarthy to come out.
Mm.
Here's the game of the day, probably at noon. Even though it's a 5-5 team, the 8-2 Colts go into Kansas City. Kansas City needs to win this game. Andy Reid said during the week they're not concerned. They know who they are. They've just got to do things a little bit better. Patrick Mahomes came out. He took a lot of blame. He said, "There's guys open. I need to get them the football." Sounds like a lot of guys trying to take responsibility in Kansas City, but the 8-2 Colts are coming in hot. They can run the ball and they can play defense. Will that travel to Kansas City today?
I mean, it's in that's the Turner here, right? When we talk about the Colts, what do we've done it multiple weeks. Where are they playing?
Yeah,
So they are
yeah.
on the road, and then you ask where are they playing? Yeah, it's Arrowhead. Yeah, so not where you really want to go, but it could be a big win for them. I don't think they have much to lose. If they lose, it's a tighter race in the AFC, but I think they win that division, so I think they should be okay. Um, but either way, it's a big win. They want that bye. They want to go to Lucas Oil. They want to play there all through the playoffs. Um, yeah, and then Kansas City is I wouldn't say desperate, but they need it. They can act like it's not, and everyone wants to take accountability. But that's that O line. The O line's not playing well in the run. I think the pass wise, it's patchy at best. But Patrick can do things to change it. That's what that offense is for. It's very niche. They could do different things to put the ball in different players' hands. So yeah, it will be the most watched one for sure. It's
Okay,
it's, it's
at
probably the
noon,
best
sure.
game.
Exactly. I don't know because the Kansas City Chiefs right now are ninth out of seven playoff teams. They are at nine on the bubble, 5-5, taking on the Colts. I don't know if the Colts are ready for this moment yet. If they win today, then that could propel them. But I see the Chiefs at home, Arrowhead, unless things go terribly wrong for them, which they could. The Colts could come in and win this game, but I think the Chiefs. If this was in Indianapolis, I might say different, but I think the Chiefs get it done because they need to. Because you're right, they're on the outside looking in, and the Texans just got a big win. The Jaguars coming off the big win. You know who's starting to fail and real are both the Chargers and the Bills. So there is opportunity there, but golly, they can't go 5-6. They can't drop below 500 at this point. Let's talk about this game last. Let's talk about this game last. It's a 305 game. We'll talk about it last. Let's talk about tonight's game real quick because this is a fun one. The 6-4, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have been going through it from an injury standpoint, go into LA to take on the Rams. I played this game this morning, as I usually pick one game on Madden, and the Rams got it done behind Matthew Stafford and company. Even though I'm a Bucks fan, I think I tried to lose the game on purpose, but the Bucks just couldn't get out of their own way. This is a big game tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. Who do you think will come out of this one alive with the win, and why?
Again, that home field is clutch this time because it's comfy and you're healthy and banged up. And uh, Baker's a road warrior. I think he tries to put up a fight, but uh, I think they started too hot. I think the Bucks started too hot early in the season. Injuries have now plagued them, and
Yeah.
it's hard to regroup with the youth. Even your youth is getting hurt, and the Rams are vice versa. They're rolling. They kind of got banged up early, but they stacked some wins still, and now they're fully loaded and they're rolling at home. I got the Rams, man. The Bucks. Sorry, Baker, put up that fight. That's what you're meant to do, but it might not be the best year. That 6-4 record's fading.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a you're going across the country, and I think they still probably will win their division, but I don't think they can beat the Rams today. Not, I mean, they're what 70%, maybe 65%, health right now, and a cross country game. We know that's tough. Mark Clayton told us that is a tough way to go for any league, any level, and so even though it's a night game. I got the Rams showing out today, and Matthew Stafford showing why he is the real MVP of the league right now, and is going to go nuts. How about this one? This is a 3:30 game. Game of the week. 8-2 Eagles travel to the new look 4-5-1 Dallas Cowboys. Let's. I wish we could revert. I wish we could go backwards and we could put on the tape where I said last week that the Cowboys would win against the Raiders. They would look really, really good. Dak would put up big numbers, and everybody from the fans to the media would then put them back in the national hunt and put them back in the spotlight. Because that's exactly what has happened. I know they've made a few changes. Williams looked great on defense last week, but again, they played the Raiders. They played the Raiders. I've always been a believer in you are what your record says you are. Um, they looked great on both sides of the football last week, but the Eagles are coming to town who don't look great on both sides of the ball, but seemingly find a way to win every single week. I'm going to let you go first.
All right, let's see. When I look at it, actually, I'm trying to look at it from a non-biased opinion because you're 100% correct. Everybody's yapping. You even wrote it down. The new look. What
I
is
did.
the new look of
Well,
the
they do look
Cowboys?
new. They do look new. They look a
They
little
yeah,
new.
getting in trouble. You got two receivers now, right? Thing
Well,
one
they
and
were in
thing two.
Vegas.
Schottheimer, Cat in the Hat, and thing one and thing two running around the house, messing around. I like that they only had to sit a quarter because he's not stupid, right? No, y'all go or to sit the first
A
drive.
series. They only had a
Yeah, a
series.
series. That's it. So because he
They
just
were
missed
holding hands
curfew,
on the
they
sideline. It was
didn't.
pretty cute.
They didn't want to say what they missed, what they were doing, while they
Yeah.
missed. So they kept it smart. They were late for curfew, so it's a small punishable thing. No one got caught. Hopefully they learned from that. Dak was probably pissed, right, yelling at his people. What are we doing? We're trying to climb back in the hunt. I mean, their climb back in is sadly. I've been saying, y'all are out of it. Y'all are out of it. But I mean, they're in there with the likes of the Lions, the Panthers, the Packers, who if they lose today, the Vikings might creep back into the picture. The Bucks might lose to the Rams. So they got to drop down. The NFC is got at least 3 to 4 weeks before
Mercy's up
anything
for
really.
grabs. Yeah.
Yeah, and but it's crazy how the opposite end you can quickly go from a 3-17, 4-17 to 6-5 win teams. So it's gonna separate pretty quick, more quick than the NFC. So yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, the Cowboys have a little bit of life. That light is a little bit bigger, but they have to win, and they have to win in non-cowboy ways, and I don't see that happening. Plus, I mean, they play Philly, right? So that all
Yeah.
could be crushed right now. That
Okay.
all could be crushed right now.
You know, I'm going to take back a couple years ago, and the Cowboys had a great season. They hosted the Green Bay Packers in the playoff game. Um, I was very fortunate that one of my wife's dance students who has season tickets to the Cowboys took us to that game. Right? Said, "Hey, do you want to come with me to the game?" Yes, we do. Thank you very much. Um, and I had asked them during pregame because if they were to win that game, they would have gotten a home game the next week. And I was like, "Hey, have you given these tickets away? Have you sold the tickets for next week?" "No, I haven't. I want to buy them. I want to buy them right now." And my wife said, "What? They haven't even played tonight." I said, "I'm not worried about tonight. Just the Packers. We beat the shit out of the Packers." And then we lost. And not only did we lose, Dak played terrible. Dak played awful. The defense played terrible too. Everyone played terrible. From that day forward, I have yet to be able to buy in again. I just can't. And so I'm not bought in yet. They beat the Eagles today. You might hear a different tune from me, but I don't think we can beat the Eagles because the Eagles find ways to win. Although we maybe have found a way to stop the run game, and if we've done that, the Eagles could be in big trouble. So
I don't
we'll
think I don't think it's that you found. I mean, I don't know if you found a way. The trades were good. Y'all played. We'll not talk about that. I think it's more on the Eagles defense, like you said. They found a way to get it done, but I don't know. This is a different offense, and then if Dallas and them do, which they do have big playability, they go and score. These receivers run around everywhere. Then you can't really run the ball as much as you want. So your offense actually becomes the key opponent to stopping the run game from Philly and forcing them to pass more. But then if Jalen handles up, I don't want to hear you talking about any type of, oh, he can't do this, can't do that. So
Okay, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. Ugh. The last game we have to talk about now. I We'll probably talk a lot about this on Tuesday, right? We're back on Tuesday, folks. You know that we're back
Yep.
live every Tuesday. Hopefully, Nui will be able to join us that Tuesday morning. He's currently on the golf course. It was like 40 degrees this morning in Dallas, so I don't know how he was doing that. Bless his soul. But here we go. The Browns and Shador Sanders at the helm go to Las Vegas. Did Shador break curfew last night? I hope not. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. But the Browns play the Raiders, a game that nobody would watch a week ago. Now everybody in the country will be tuning into at 3:05.
I will.
I
I
said
will.
everybody will.
I won't be tuning in. I'll watch it. I'll see how it goes. I'll
Mhm.
probably watch the whole thing because I'm gonna have to battle with you on even if this guy goes out and throws for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. You're gonna have some type of flaw that he did. So I'm gonna try to watch it intricately and see to make sure you don't go and bash him for no reason. That's all.
Oh my!
Uh,
What? Who
but
am I?
but but more than like he has to outplay Gino. I think that makes him a starter, possibly in Las Vegas next year. He's talking with Pete Carroll. He maybe talked already. Who knows? I like him in Vegas. I think that'd be good. They're building. They got a nice young running back. Let them grow together. But he gets to showcase his skills today. I'm happy for him as QB1. Hopefully, there's no excuses after the game or anything comes out. I think they can open up the playbook more than they did with Gabriel. So I hope that they do. As far as play calling downfield, different combos. So come on, like let's see how it goes. It's here. I told you we would see it. I told you we're gonna see it sometime this season.
Well, here we are. The day is upon us. Shador Sanders is QB1 for Cleveland. And this is the perfect setup. I don't want to hear any excuses. This is the perfect setup. Not only is he going to Las Vegas, where he really should have been drafted, I think we all think he should have been drafted probably in the second or third round to the Raiders, especially with his relationship with Tom Brady. So he's going to the Raiders, chip on shoulder, should have been drafted by you. I don't know why you didn't draft me. Okay. Tom Brady's in the house. Well, Tom Brady might not be there. He's calling a game, but Tom Brady's team, he's going to watch later. I need to put on a show. Tom's going to go back and watch this. I need to go off. I don't want Dylan Gabriel back on the field ever. So I need to go crazy. By the way, maybe he plays today for his trade for next year to the Raiders, like you said, like put on a show. He's got to go out there and do it all today that he can. He's got to play his best football today, so that no matter what happens with Dylan Gabriel, you imagine we'll be back next week, right? Because
I
no matter how
agree.
good no matter how good Shador plays today, I don't believe in Kevin Stefanski will do the right thing and make the change. I think he'll go back to Dylan when he's healthy because of third and fifth round picks. However, Shador balls out today, and when I say that, stay with me. I mean, don't turn the ball over. Don't take too many bad sacks. Protect the football. Drive the team a few times. Get yourself in the end zone. Be proficient on third down. You do those things. I think he'll have a home somewhere else next year. But go out there and take 3 20-yard sacks. Turn the ball over 2 or 3 times. Don't be proficient on third down. Then we have a different discussion. I
I'm
hope that
with you,
doesn't happen.
I'm with you, but he needs to be himself as well because that's what's going to dictate whether or not he can actually lead one of these teams. You can be a robot all you want, you'll be a backup quarterback somewhere,
I didn't tell
just
him to
like
be a
Dylan
robot.
Gabriel
I
will.
just said I was trying to
No,
give
you
him
just
grace.
you did because you said not as many, which means you're allowing him to take some of those chances that he has the
Correct.
ability to do. So I heard you, I heard you. Just
Just
wanted to
don't
make
take as
sure.
many.
No, yeah, just I hear you. Don't take his minute, but at the same
And
time, you can't just fall in line. He has to do his thing the way he can play football because that's what separates him. He can be very accurate when he's moving around, and I think that yeah, have some fun today, Shador. Have some
there's
fun.
two things I wish he would stop doing, and I think maybe he will with more experience. Is stop drifting so much side to side in the pocket, and well, 3 things. Stop staring down the receiver that you want to throw the ball to because you want to throw the ball to that person, and then stop patting the damn ball before you throw it on every throw. You want to pat it sometimes, maybe for a deep ball, cool, but on every single throw in every situation, I would like that habit to be broken. I don't know. I was never a ball patter.
Why
I
does
never
it? Why
patted
does
the
it?
ball.
Oh, okay. Is it just personal? Because Tom Brady was a ball patter.
He
So,
patted the ball sometimes, but not as much as Shador. I've never seen anybody pat the ball as much as Shador does. It's every single throw. And I
well,
watched a
that's
bunch of
just
Tom Brady
because
tape last week, and I didn't see
that's
any pats.
Well,
So
Tom was real smooth with it too. So typically you're watching Tom from this angle, right on the other side. So when he's
there you
here,
go.
look, he was real subtle with it. Jimmy G also, he was
Some
real
guys do
subtle.
it constantly. Some guys just
Yeah,
continually do it,
it's
and
a
that's a
rhythm.
different story. But
It's a
he'll be
rhythm.
there like this, and then before he throws, and to me, that slows down your release. That's the only reason I want it. I'd like you to cut that out. Dan Marino never patted the ball. All right. Let's be. But I just like that quick release type guy. Like, boop, doo, let it go. Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers doesn't
yeah,
pat the ball. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But hey, let's hope he has a good day today, Shador. Have a good day. I'm sure Dad will be watching. Um, I don't know what else to say. I don't want to. I don't want to be a. I don't want. I don't
yeah.
want to be
You're
a hater.
waiting. I know
But
you're
well,
waiting.
here's the
I know
thing.
you're
I'm
waiting.
waiting.
You're just waiting until
I'm not.
Tuesday to be like, "Ha! I told you so." You probably got a script right there, handwritten already. You
No.
don't even typed it yet. You just
No.
you needed the feeling, the emotion. You took a quill and dipped it
No.
in some ink, and you made sure to write those S's with all types of Shador and
Wow, you're
Sanders
making me
and
sound really
he.
bad right now.
Because I
I'm
know you're
I'm a
waiting in there. You're
I'm a
waiting.
huge
You're
Deion
waiting.
Sanders fan. I know. No, listen. This is real. I'm a huge Deion Sanders fan, and I'll be very happy if the next generations of Sanders could play football. I really am sad that that the DB that his other son got cut because I really wanted him to play. Um, what better than to have another DB Sanders in the league? This is my thing. As much grief as my close friends and compadres have been giving me about JJ McCarthy and his rookie season, I
There it
want to give.
is.
I just want to be able to give it back. So and Shador is kind of the competition there. So
Why are
let's.
you emphasizing rookie season? It's like a 1.5 rookie season. He
He
was
didn't
here
play last
last year.
year.
He had a full
He didn't
NFL
play.
offseason, but he went through all the
Okay,
motions.
Shador's been part of the NFL his entire life. He
Oh, now we're
much
using
more
that.
advanced.
Now you agree. Now you agree with that statement.
Much
Now
more
you agree with
advanced.
that statement.
All right,
Right.
let's move on because we actually went out of sequence a little bit. I don't know why I did this
Yeah.
slow. I didn't do it on purpose. It's because we're running behind, and I was trying to squeeze it in there. That's what she said. Fantasy football. Give me some, give me some starters and give me some sit-ems.
Yeah, real quick. We got 10 minutes for your lineups are good. Hey, I'm last week Brock Purdy, he showed up. He showed up in a big way. I'm
He
starting
did.
him this week among 43 of the passers out there. He's seventh in minimum games played on yards per attempt. So they're going to throw the ball lots, especially PPR per league. I'd put him in there. I mean, it's simple, and they play Carolina, if I'm correct, and that's going to be either a shootout or lots of offensive yards. They rank like 11 highest in yards per attempt.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
Another one is Jacoby Brissett. I think this is dope because every time that he has started, everyone's calling me crazy. Oh, it's not winning. This is where fantasy is not about winning, right? It's about volume. Every week that Jacoby has started, he was QB7, QB12, QB10, QB10, QB4, and he's also has the most completions in the game. He will throw the ball. He will probably throw touchdowns if any are scored. Start Jacoby Brissett. And lastly, bench him now. Bench him now. It rolls right into it. I'm glad you did your segments how you're supposed to. Do not start JJ McCarthy this week. He has 5 starts and only one top 10 QB finish, and it was QB1. So there's your nugget. You can have that 1 week. But he's 37th in yards per attempt. He's 27th in catch on per attempt. The hero, he throws INTs, not touchdowns. I'm sorry right now. He's 24th in fantasy points per drop back. McCarthy looks like he's headed for another tough game against the Packers. And since week 7, Green Bay has allowed the 11th lowest yard per attempt, lowest passer rating, third lowest passer rating, and the 12th lowest success rate. It's a bad matchup for a guy that's having a bad day at the office. Bench JJ McCarthy. Sorry, I knew you weren't
that
gonna
was the
like that one.
longest sit-em ever. That means you've been waiting
I,
on
I
that.
no, man, it was astronomical the how he ranks in a lot of things right now. I'm not trying to beat your maybe McCarthy, but maybe McCarthy is mediocre. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is
Mediocre.
looking rough. So
Okay.
set him this week. Sit him this week, okay? Fantasy wise, let's hope he still wins the game, but sit him.
Okay.
5 minutes, man. 5 minutes till
All
this
right.
game starts.
Listen, I got the Rams. Matthew Stafford. I'm going to start Matthew Stafford, and I'm going to sit Geno Smith. You should have cut him or benched him by
Ooh,
now, but I'm
yeah.
not playing Geno Smith against that Browns defense. Ain't no way. I'm doing that. All right. Let me quickly give you Tim's Towers, and then we'll clue everybody
Yes,
into the playoff
yes.
picture quickly, so that they know what they're watching when they're watching it today. All right. We're going to go from 10 up to 1. This is unfortunate because number 10 isn't even playing today. Probably going to come out of the tower next week, but that's Aaron Rodgers back in the top 10 after a good performance. Dak Prescott comes in at number 9 after absolutely lighting it up a week ago against the hapless Las Vegas Raiders. Caleb Williams comes in at number 8, so still in the top 10, and today could propel even higher. Baker Mayfield continues to drop but stays in at number 7. Patrick Mahomes
Oh
stays at number
man.
6. Lamar Jackson comes in at number 5. Sam Darnold, who's been lighting up the skies, comes in at 4. This is going to change, folks, next week. I hate to do it to him, but after a 6 touchdown performance, he came all the way up to 3, but Josh Allen is going to certainly drop. But right now, for the rest of the weekend at least, he is enjoying being third from the top. Drake May has gone up a level. He's on the second floor from the top. Drake May comes in at number 2. And right now, the older statesman, Matthew Stafford, absolutely on fire, is my number 1 quarterback in Tim's Tower of quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford. Woo. Okay, went through that pretty quick, right? All
You
right, let's talk
did.
about
Only comment I got is Drake May should have been higher. Matthew
higher
Stafford
than
had a
2.
he had a subpar performance last week. Matthew Stafford still won. I get it,
That's
but
a tough game, man. Tough
subpar
game last
performance.
week. Okay. Well, here's where we are, folks, just so everybody knows what's going on into today. I kind of misled everybody earlier. The Broncos are the number 1 seed coming in to this game, or into this week. I don't see the Broncos on the schedule today, so they are not even playing, but they are the number 1 seed currently. Then we drop down. The Patriots, obviously, they have a game today. They are the number 2 seed. The Colts are the 3 seed, so a pretty important game for them today, going up against the Chiefs. The Steelers at the 4 seed. They're going to lose today, and they're going to drop down a little bit. Yes, I said that. The Chargers, who have do they play today? I'm looking at the schedule. No, the Chargers are not playing today. They sit at the 5 seed. The Bills, who lost, so they will certainly drop. They're at the 6 seed. The Jaguars, who you predicted for Jacoby Brissett to go off on them today. That's what I heard.
Yep.
They are sitting at the final 7 seed with the Texans, the Chiefs, and the Ravens kind of lurking. The Ravens, I think, probably on a comeback. They'll move up a spot or two. The Chiefs need to win today. They need to win today, and then the Texans, they got a big win the other night, so good for them.
Yep.
Yay! So that's the AFC. Do you see any major changes coming out of this weekend? Quickly.
Yeah, not major, but the guys are going to shuffle around. Everyone's going to kind of shuffle around because of who they play, win or lose. Some of the matchups are in the top, so the dust is going to settle a little bit. Chiefs could go up or down. Colts could go up or down. Texans definitely going up. Bills going down. So lots of movement, but you're talking about the same teams right now. So yeah,
Well, when the Patriots win today, they will go into the number 1 slot, I believe, because the Broncos are on a bye. So, like you say, it's a little bit
we have
early,
not had
but
a
we are
bye.
going
Yeah,
into the last month or so of the season. Let's go to the NFC, and this is why this is such a big game today in Dallas. The Eagles are sitting atop the NFC at the number 1 spot, but if they lose today and the Rams get a win, the Rams will take that number 1 spot over. Right now, the Rams are the 2 seed, and of course, they've got the Buccaneers, the Chicago Bears. Bear down Chicago Bears are at the 3 seed at 7-3. With the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into town today, I expect the Bears to win and probably stay where they are. The Buccaneers, obviously that big game against the Rams tonight, 6-4 in the 4 seed, probably drop. Well, they won't drop out of the 4 seed because they'll still be atop their division. And of course, the seeds go by. You have to win your division to be in that top 4. So that makes the Seahawks the wild card team right now at 7-3. The Packers at 6-3 are the other wild card team. The 49ers kind of round that out. Right now, the Detroit Lions would not make the playoffs. Right now, the Panthers are higher seeded than the Cowboys to get in. I mean, this is crazy. The Vikings can change some of what they're doing today if they beat the Packers. Man, any big changes you see coming through the NFC? And do you see anybody that's in right now that might not be in a month?
And the NFC to me is kind of like no matter what, the cream of the crop's always going to end up where they're at. So I think Dallas will end up chasing some type of wild card. I think Philly still wins the division. I think Detroit still
Ooh.
gets in. I think Green Bay's in that mix of you know fighting for the division, locking in the wild card, the Green Bay Dallas wild card. We're gonna get the same thing that we typically see out the NFC. So Baker might wait to slide in there, but the Rams are gonna be up top, the Eagles up top. It's gonna be the same as the last few years. So I'm not worried about that side as much because there's not a lot of new blood over there, other than like the Bears. But the Bucks are kind of slowly removing themselves. So I think, like I said weeks ago, I think three teams come out of that Bears, Detroit, and Packers division.
Well, right now it's the Packers, the Bears. The real thing is that NFC West is or the NFC West is heating up. So you've got the Seahawks, and the 49ers. So right now the NFC West has the three teams that are in the playoffs. Can the Bears sustain? That's going to be the question. They've got a tough schedule coming down the pipe. The Cowboys don't have an easy road either. Not only do they have to play the
No,
Eagles today, but they got the Chiefs coming in next week. Now, the Chiefs don't win today. That could change the outlook on how the Chiefs travel, mindset, and all that for the Thanksgiving game day next week. I don't know. That's certainly possible. But, guys, there's a lot of playoff implications today, a lot of seating movement, and we'll see who can take the number one spots in each. Don't forget that we are sponsored by not Doobie, but Dubby Energy Drink. If you'd like a Doobie, please do. Otherwise, Dubby.gg/discount /QB Huddle. Thank you to New Era Media for putting us out into the stratosphere. Thank you to allaccessfootball.com for sharing all of our shows on your website and putting us out to your members. Again, we know we do have another partnership that's coming. We are currently being put on the website for them, so we can't really talk about it until it's all said and done. But we are ready for kickoff. Lo, any final words before we get out of here and go enjoy some football?
man, enjoy the games today. A lot of them we're going to be talking about in about 3 weeks. I feel like 3 to 4 weeks. Man, you remember week 12 because a lot of these matchups are going to have some implications later. So enjoy the football.
Enjoy the football.
Yeah, we're halfway around. We're past halfway mark. So this is the
All right.
last game, I believe, of the what were we calling it? Third quarter. We're almost to the fourth.
Yeah, well, this is exciting times. This is the best part of the year, and it's sad because it's almost over, but it's exciting because we're getting to that point. We're getting to that boiling point. So today's a big day. Go enjoy kickoff probably in about a minute or two. So until Tuesday, folks, keep those chains moving. We'll be seeing you. All right, come on, Caleb.
And go and go and go.
Come on, Caleb.
Here, Drake May's new name is Drake May.
Rick May what?
It's Drake May. You say both names.